Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss about generation of high voltages and currents. Different forms of high voltages are high DC voltages, high AC voltages of power frequency, high AC voltages of high frequency, high transient or impulse voltages of very short duration such as lightning over voltages and transient voltages of longer duration such as switching surges. Before going to the generation of high direct current voltages, why we need it is required in research work in the area of pure and applied physics. Why we need high direct voltages? We need for the insulation test on cables and capacitors and etc. Generation of high DC voltages is mainly required in research work in the area of what? In the area of physics. Next, up to 100 kV electronic valve rectifiers are used. Up to 100 kV electronic valve rectifiers are used. Normally, for the generation of DC voltages of up to 100 kV, electronic valve rectifiers are used and output currents are about 100 milliamps. The rectifier valves require special construction for cathode and filaments. It requires a special construction for cathode and filaments. Next, we shall, in this first topic is off and full wave rectifier circuit. Before going to that, the rectifier may be an electron tube or a solid state device. Nowadays, single electron tubes are available for peak inverse voltages up to 250 kV and semiconductor or solid state diodes up to 20 kV. For higher voltages, several units are to be used in series. When the number of units are used in series, a transient voltage distribution along each unit becomes non-uniform. We need to take care about the distribution uniform. Okay, special care should be taken to make the distribution uniform. First, we shall read about that. Off-wave rectifier. A diode works on the principle of one-way action. A diode acts as a rectifier in equipments generating very high DC voltage. In the off-wave rectifier, the capacitor is charged to Vmax. First, the capacitor is charged to Vmax, the maximum AC voltage of the secondary of the high voltage transformer in the conducting off cycle. In the other off cycle, the capacitor is discharged into the load. In first cycle, it will charge. In second cycle, it will discharge to the load. The value of the capacitor C is chosen such that the time constant CRL is at least 10 times that of the period of the AC supply. How the capacitor is chosen? It will chosen such that time constant CRL is at least 10 times that of the period of the AC supply. The rectifier value must have a peak inverse rating of at least 2 Vmax. A full wave rectifier, the positive off cycle, the diode D1 conducts and charges the capacitor, while the negative off cycle D2 conducts and charges the capacitor C. The source transformation requires a center tapped secondary with a rating of 2 voltage. With a rating of what? 2 voltage. In first half cycle, D1 conduct and capacitor charges. In second half cycle, D2 conducts and capacitor charges. The source transformer requires a center tapped secondary with a rating of what? 2 voltages. The test voltage generators we using a rectifiers are never constant in magnitude. You can see that electronic devices output will be some deviation or fluctuation. Deviation is also known as ripple. The magnitude of ripple voltage is denoted by delta V, is defined as the half of the difference between the maximum and minimum value of voltage. That can be written as delta V is equal to 1 by 2 V max minus V minimum. Next is voltage doubler circuit. This is the diagram for voltage doubler circuit. When high DC voltages are to be generated, voltage doubler or cascade voltage doubler circuits are used. One of the most popular doubler circuits developed by Greenacher is shown in the figure. This is the doubler circuit. When B is more positive, that means when B is more positive with respect to what? With respect to A, then diode D1 conducts, charging the capacitor to voltage Vmax of the supply. Next, during the next off cycle, what happens? Next off cycle of supply voltage, when A is positive with respect to B, again C1 is charged up to the voltage V maximum. That V maximum, and here also V maximum, you will get the output to V maximum at M point. Okay. Next, the point M point of circuit attains the voltage of 2 V maximum. After that, C2 capacitor is charged up to 2 V max to D2. The same principle is utilized in this principle. The same principle utilized in Cockcroft-Walton voltage multiplier circuit. Okay. This is a cascade voltage doubler. This is a circuit, cascade voltage doubler circuit. In this, T1, T2 are HV transformers, and C1, C2, C3 are capacitors. RL is a load resistance, and T is a isolating transformer. Cascade voltage doublers are used when we use larger output voltages are needed without changing the input transformer voltage level. Okay, we don't change the input voltage level. Okay, only cascade voltage doublers are used when larger output voltage are needed without changing the input transformers voltage level. The diode D1, D2 with the transformer T1 and capacitor C1 and C2 produces an output voltage of what? 2 volts. Okay, with D1, D2, T1, C1, C2 produces an output voltage of 2 volts. This circuit is duplicated and connected in series or cascade to obtain further voltage doubling of 4 volt. T is an isolating transformer to given an insulation for 2 Vmax. The arrangement may be extended to give 6 volt, 8 volt and so on. And by repeating further stages with a suitable isolating transformers. Next is voltage multiplier circuit. Cascade voltage multiplier circuits for higher voltages are required too many supply and isolating transformers. We require isolating transformers and too many supply. It is possible to generate very high DC voltages from a single supply transformer by extending the simple voltage doubler circuit. This is a Cockcroft-Walton voltage multiplier circuit. This is what I have drawn blue mark that indicates that voltage doubler circuit. Okay, the circuit shown in dotted rectangle represents a single stage voltage doubler circuit. Several stages or units are connected in cascade to get higher and higher DC voltage of the multiplier of what? 2 Vmax. The capacitors C1, C2, C3 are called what we call oscillating capacitors. When circuit is fed with a supply, initially C1 gets charged up to Vmax. When you connect supply for that circuit, C1 gets charged to up to what? Vmax, and D1 conducts, and the total potential of point M becomes 2 Vmax. In this way, potential of C1 charges from Vmax to 2 Vmax, and so the case is with C2, C3 capacitors also. Okay, that is why the column containing C1, C2, C3 is called oscillating column. The voltage across these capacitors keeps on changing in the same. C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash are called smoothing capacitors. The voltage across these capacitors does not fluctuate, rather the voltage remains constant. From the concept of voltage doubler circuit, the voltages M dash, N dash, O dash. You can see M dash, N dash, O dash. At that point, there will be voltage is 2 Vmax, 4 Vmax and 6 Vmax respectively. For N stage circuit, the potential attained by O dash mode will be 2N Vmax. The voltage of M point is 2 Vmax. During the supply, all the capacitors C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash and C1, C2, C3 are charged. When the generator is loaded, okay, the voltage of M point is 2 Vmax. During the supply, what happens? These capacitors will be charged. When the generator is loaded, the output voltage will never reach the value of 2N Vmax. Also, the output wave will consist of a ripple. That ripple can be written as equation delta V is equal to I divided by 2 Fc into N plus 1 divided by 2. C dash, C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash are equal to C, the voltage drop. What is the voltage drop? Delta V is equal to I divided by Fc, open bracket 2 divided by 3 n to the power of 3 plus n square divided by 2 minus n divided by 6. Okay, when you compare these two, when you compare these two, this is a greater, okay, this is a greater, so we neglect this one, okay, we will neglect this one. We will get equation delta V is equal to I divided by Fc minus 2 divided by 3 n to the power of 3, okay. Net output voltage is equal to V naught maximum. V naught maximum is equal to 2n V maximum minus I divided by Fc 2 by 3 n to the power of 3. 2n V maximum minus voltage drop. That is a net output voltage. The optimum number of stages can be found. The optimum number of stages for maximum value of V naught maximum by differentiating above expression with respect to what? With respect to n and equating to 0. Okay, d by dn V naught maximum is equal to 0. If you differentiate this value, n will become 1, so you will get 2 V max minus, if you differentiate n, this thing, if you differentiate this, you will get I divided by Fc into 2 divided by 3, and this will become 3 into n square is equal to 0. 3 get cancelled. So 2 Vmax minus 2 I divided by Fc, n square is equal to 0. So n optimum is equal to square root of V maximum into F into C divided by I. Regulation is equal to voltage drop divided by 2n V maximum. The maximum output voltage is equal to 4 by 3 V maximum square root of V maximum F into C divided by I. This can be written as N optimum. Okay. Next, we shall go for the problems. Okay, this is a Cockcroft-Walton type voltage multipliers has 8 stages with capacitance all equal to 0.05 microfarad. The supply transformer secondary voltage is 125 kV at a frequency of 150 Hz. If the load current to be supplied is 5 milliamps, find percentage ripple regulation and the optimum number of stages for minimum regulation of voltage drop. They have given that I is equal to 5 milliamps, F is equal to 150 Hz, C is equal to 0.05 microfarad, N is equal to 8, V maximum is equal to 125. This is a formula for delta V. Before going to the percentage of ripple factor, we need a delta V value. Okay, first find out delta V. Delta V is a ripple is equal to I divided by FC, N into N plus 1 divided by 2. We know the value of N is 8 and I value is 5 milliamps, F value is 150 and C value is 0.05 microfarad. So substitute, you'll get 24 kilovolt. After substituting in equation ripple, you'll get 1.2%. Okay, V maximum value is they have given 125 kilovolt. Next, regulation voltage. Before going to the regulation, we need to find out voltage drop. Voltage drop is equal to I divided by FC open bracket 2 divided by 3 n to the power of 3 plus n square divided by 2 minus n divided by 6 close bracket. We know the values, so substitute, you'll get voltage drop is equal to 248 kilovolt. Next, to substitute in the regulation formula delta V divided by 2n V maximum. After substituting, you'll get regulation percentage into 100 you need to multiply. Okay. You need to multiply into 100, you'll get 12.4%. Next, to optimum number of stages. N optimum is equal to square root of V maximum into F into C divided by I. We know the value, substitute, you'll get 13.69, that is equals to 14 stages. Next problem is a 10-stage Cockcroft-Walton circuit has all capacitors of 0.06 microfarad. They have given that C value is this and N value is 10 and frequency value is 150 and current value is 1 milliamps. Then they have asked to find out the percentage voltage regulation and ripple, optimum number of stages for maximum output voltage and maximum output voltage. Before going to that, we need to find out voltage drop. Voltage drop is a I divided by FC into open bracket 2 divided by 3 n to the power of 3 plus n square divided by 2 minus n divided by 6 close bracket. We know the values of F, C, I and N. Substitute, you'll get the voltage drop is equal to 79.44 kilovolt. Next, voltage regulation. Okay, first they have asked to find out voltage regulation. Voltage regulation formula is delta V divided by 2n V maximum into 100. We know the value of voltage drop value and N value and V maximum value. Substitute, you'll get 3.972%. Next, ripple voltage. Before going to the ripple percentage, we need to find out the ripple voltage. I divided by FC, N into N plus 1 divided by 2. N value is 10 and C value is 0.06 in microfarad. F value is 150 and I value is 1 milliamps. So substitute, you will get 6.11 kilovolt. Percentage of ripple is equal to formula is delta V divided by 2n V maximum into 100. We know the values, substitute, you will get 0.3%. Next, to optimum number of stages. Optimum number of stages is equal to square root of V maximum into F into C divided by I. We know the values, V maximum is equal to 100, F is equal to 150, C is equal to 0.06 microfarad. Substitute, you'll get the V maximum is 100 kV. Okay, I is equal to 1 milliamps. You'll get 30 stages. Next, the maximum output voltage is equal to 4 divided by 3 V maximum into N optimum. 4 divided by 3 into V maximum is 100 kV. Okay, 100 kV into 30. You'll get 4000 kV.